So these are the ingredients we're going to be using for our date cookies. So we need melted butter, about 1 cup of melted butter. I'm going to melt that in a moment. And we will need half a cup of milk. This is just to mix it together to the right consistency. And you will need 1.5 cups of flour, half a cup of sugar, and 1.5 cups of semolina, and a few sesame seeds will be nice to mix in there too. So what we're going to do, we're going to mix them all together, add a little salt and a little bit of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking powder if you're using plain flour. I'm using a self-raising flour, so it's not really necessary. So let's get started. Okay, so now we're ready. We'll have the melted butter and we're ready to mix everything together. So first of all, we will get our flour and we'll put it in with the sesame seeds and your half cup of sugar and your semolina, which is 1.5 cups of semolina. Put the rest of the flour in, the sugar, and now the butter, which is melted. So we mix it around and pour in the butter, melted butter. I have some sesame seeds in here too, which is not really necessary, but if you want to put them in, you can put them in. So, d'abord, on va mélanger couché, on va mélanger. So we're going to mix it all. الطحين والكلشي والسكر والزبدة. هذا الزبدة. So now let's mix in more of the butter. Then once it's all mixed in, we're going to leave it for 30 minutes before we're going to shape it. It will be easier to work with if you leave it for 30 minutes. بعدين نخليها 30 دقيقة قبل نهضم بيه. On va le laisser pour 30 minutes avant qu'on va l'utiliser. Ça va être plus facile pour faire des petits gâteaux. Okay, so do you see those little black seeds? These are Nigella seeds. I put them in just because they are healthy. And why not? Okay, so we'll see you in 30 minutes. Okay, now we're ready to start to make them into cakes or to biscuits. So I don't have a mold. So what you're going to have to do is just use your hands. If you have a mold, use the mold. Just stretch it out. And then take a bit of date mixture and put it in the middle. A bit more. I've actually put some almonds in as well into this date mixture to make it better. Then fold it up like a flower. Then you can just roll it in your hand to make a nice ball. Any size you can make them, but obviously not too big. دابا غادي نصاوبهم خد شوية ندير التما الداخل في الوسط. So we put some more date mixture in the middle. On met le mélange de dattes au milieu et après on fait comme ça. And then we make it into a ready in the كورة صافي. غادي نعاود واحد آخر ندير شوية ديال التمر في الوسط. دابا نسدها. And once you finish them all, you're going to put it in the oven for about 10 minutes on 180. دابا غادي نديرهم في الفران يمكن 10 دقائق في 180. When they're golden brown, that means they're ready, and don't put it high up in the oven, put it on the bottom of the oven so it doesn't burn. ما ديريش الفوق، ديري التحت في الفران. دابا غادي نشوفك في 10 دقائق. Now we will see you in 10 minutes.